Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about graphing an ellipse with center at H and K, finding the foci vertices, the length of the latus rectums, and the latus rectum vertices. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now I will give you two examples class for you to really understand this one. Now for number 2 class, I will just make another video for this one class because we need to explain number 1 step by step. And I will just put the link on the description down below with regards to number 2 class. Feel free to see the video. Alright, so before we answer number 1 class is we need to understand more with regards to the equation of the ellipse. The equation of the ellipse class, it says quantity x minus h square over a square plus quantity y minus k square over b square equals 1. We also have quantity x minus h square over b square plus quantity y minus k square over a square equals 1. Now you need to remember this one class that in ellipse, a is always greater than b. Once again class, in ellipse, a is always greater than b. Therefore class, if your a is aligned on quantity x minus h square, once again, your a is aligned on x squared. Therefore class, the longest diameter will be located on x-axis. Once again class, if your a is aligned on x squared, your longest diameter will be located on x-axis, and this is what we call class your major axis. So therefore, we have horizontal major axis because our a is aligned on x squared. Now to get the length of your major axis, this will be your equation 2 times a. You multiply 2 times a, that would be the length of your major axis. And this one right here class, this will be the length of your minor axis, and this will be your minor axis. And to get that length, that would be 2 times b. 2 times b, that would be the length of your minor axis. Now if your a is aligned on y squared, okay, your a is aligned on y squared, therefore class, your major axis will be located on y axis. Why is that, sir? Because our a is aligned on y squared, and we know that a is always greater than b. So this is our major axis. The longest diameter will be located on y-axis because our a is aligned on y squared. Same formula to get the length of this major axis, that would be 2 times a. And this will be your minor axis class, this one right here. Okay, and to get the length of the minor axis, that would be 2 times b. Alright, so I hope you understand that one class with regards to the equation of the ellipse. Now the question there class, how will we determine that a is aligned on x squared or a is aligned on y squared? Now you will determine that one class based on the given denominators of the equation. So let's check number 1 and number 2 class. For number 1 class, are we using this equation or this equation? Check number 1 class. Of course, we will be using the first equation. Question, why is that, sir? Because 9 is greater than 4. Once again class, just based on the given denominators, you will know that you will be using this equation or this equation. Why is that, sir? You check the denominators class. Of course, 9 is greater than 4. Therefore class, our a is aligned on this given x squared because we know that a is always greater than b. A is always greater than b. So therefore, for number 1 class, this will be our expected graph. We have horizontal major axis because 9 is greater than 4. So for number 2 class, check the denominators. We have 9 and 16. So therefore class, we will be using this equation in which our a is aligned on y squared. Once again class, 16 is greater than 9. Therefore for number 2, we will be using this equation. 16 is greater than 9. Therefore our a is aligned on y squared. Okay, our a is aligned on y squared, therefore we have vertical major axis, and this will be our expected graph for number 2. Alright, so to find the foci vertices, if you have this kind of equation, you'll be using this equation. You have horizontal major axis. So this will be our equation for the foci vertices. We have h, positive, negative c, comma k. And if you have this equation, you have vertical major axis, that would be h, comma, k, positive, negative, c. So actually, class, you can find the foci vertices manually without using this equation, but we will explain that later on. Finding the foci vertices manually, and then we try to use this equation. Let's check if we have the same answer. Same with the latus rectum vertices class. This will be your equation. h plus positive negative c, comma k positive negative b squared over a. If you have this equation, you have a horizontal major axis, so this will be our equation. Now, to find the length of the latus rectum, this will be our equation, 2b squared over a. Now, half the length of the latus rectum, this will be our equation, b squared over a. Do not be confused, class, because there are some teachers that they will use this formula. This is half the length of the latus rectum, b squared over a. Alright, so to find the latus rectum vertices, if you want to use the equation, class, because for me, class, I better do it manually, because based on the graph, class, I can see what will be the vertices of the latus rectum. But if you're confused later on with regards to the graph, you can just simply use this equation. But once again, class, do not be worried, because we will try the two solutions. We base on the graph, and then the next solution, we'll be using this equation. Let's check if we have the same answer. Alright, so let's start, class, answering number 1. Let's grab this one. So first thing to do, class, is we need to find the center, because you always start at the center, class. Alright, so center, h, comma, k. So center, that would be h, comma, k. So once again, our h is beside x. So check the equation, class. Once again, our h is beside x. Now, if this is negative 2, you get the additive inverse. So our h is positive 2. Always remember that one, class. If this is negative 2, you get the additive inverse. Our h is positive 2. And k is beside y. So this is positive 3. Get the additive inverse. So our k is negative 3. So therefore, our center, that would be 2, then negative 3. Alright, and then next step, class, we need to find the value of a. Once again, class, we will be using this equation because 9 is greater than 4. So this will be our equation. So a squared equals 9. So a squared equals 9. And we have b squared equals 4. So a squared equals 9, and then b squared equals 4. Alright, so to get the value of a, you extract square root both sides. Extract square root both sides. Cancel this out. And our a is equals to 3. And to get the value of b, extract square root both sides. Cancel this out. And our b is equals to 2. So our a is 3. And our b is equals to 2. Alright, so next step, class, is we need to find the value of c for us to locate the focus. So the formula to get the value of c, that would be c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So copy c squared equals, our a is 3, so 3 then squared. Our b is 2, so 2 then squared. Once again, class, simply substitute the value of a and b. So c squared equals 3 squared plus, it means 3 times 3. Once again, class, it doesn't mean 3 times 2, it means 3 times 3, that is 9. Minus 2 squared, that is 4. So c squared equals 9 minus 4, that's 5. So to get the value of c, you extract square root both sides, cancel this out, and our c is equal to square root of 5. So we need to get the decimal value for that one, class, because it's hard for us to grab square root of 5 in this given Cartesian plane. So we need to get the decimal value for square root of 5. So c equals the square root of 5. So simply use your calculator, class. Square root of 5, you will have 2.236. 2.236. So this is approximately c equals 2 after 3, that's 6. So we can round it up, 2.24. Alright, so therefore our c, okay, our c is equal to square root of 5, or that would be 2.24. Alright, so once you get the value of a, b, and c, we can now plot this one, class, in our Cartesian plane. Alright, so to plot this one, class, you will start at the center. Once again, class, you always start at the center. So our center, that is 2 and negative 3. Once again, this is ordered pair, x and y. Always remember that one, class, if you plot, that would be ordered pair, x and then y. So our x is positive 2 and our y is negative 3. So positive 2, then negative 3. Alright, so this will be our center here. Positive 2 and then negative 3. So this will be our center. So we can label this one our center. That is positive 2 and then negative 3. Alright, so next step, class, our a is positive 3. Once again, class, our a is located on x squared. Therefore, starting from the center, we move 3 units to the right and 3 units to the left. Once again, class, sir, why is it on the right? Why is it on the left? It's not up and down. Because our A, class, is located on x squared. Once again, our A is located on x squared. If it's x squared, class, you will move right or left. So this is 3. Therefore, starting from the center, we move 3 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3. This one right here, this is our first vertex for the major axis. 1, 2, 3. So this one right here, you do it step by step, class. 1, 2, 3. So 3, this one right here. And you move 3 units to the left. 1, 2, 3. This one right here. Alright, so this will be the vertices of your major. Okay, vertices of your major axis, class. This one right here. Okay, let me just align this one, class. You do it step by step, class. Alright, and then our B is 2. So once again, our B is 2 and our B is aligned on y squared. Therefore, starting from the center, you move 2 units upward and then 2 units downward. Question, sir, why is it upward and downward? Because our B, class, is aligned on y squared. So a while ago, B squared equals 4, in which our B is aligned on y squared. Therefore, we move 2 units upward and then 2 units downward. So once again, class, you do it step by step. 1, then 2. This will be our vertices, co-vertices. That will be our minor axis vertices. Then 1, 2. This will be the vertices. Alright, so you can actually, write this one, class, the vertices. So vertices, major vertices, or let's write vertices for the major axis. We have, so this one right here, class, we have negative 1. Once again, it should be always x and y. We have negative 1, and negative 3. So negative 1 and then negative 3. X is negative 1 and then y is negative 3. The other one, we have this one right here, class. Once again, vertices for the major axis, we have positive 5. X is positive 5 and then y is negative 3. Alright, and then for the co-vertices, for the minor axis, class, vertices, we have this one right here. For x is positive 2, then negative 1 for y, positive 2, then negative 1. The other one, we have x is positive 2, then negative 5 for y. So positive 2, then negative 5 for y. Alright, so next step, class, is we need to find the focus. So once again, starting from the center, our focus a while ago, class, we have 2.24. So let me just erase this one, class. So once again, class, always remember this one, that in ellipse, we do have 2 focus and we call that one foci. So we have 2 focus, we call that one foci. So our first focus, class, once again, starting from the center, our focus, class, will be located on major axis. Once again, class, our focus, class, it's always located on the major axis. And our major axis, class, we have our x-axis because our A is aligned on x squared. So our focus, class, starting from the center, you move 2.24 units. Once again, you move 2.24 units going to the right and 2.24 units going to the left, starting from the center, class. Question, sir, why is it right and left? Because our A, okay, once again, our A is the major axis and our A is aligned on x squared. So starting from the center, 2.24 units, 1, okay, 1, then 2.24. Simply estimate, class. This one right here. Okay, let me just estimate, class. 1, then 2.24. Yep, this one right here. And then 1, then 2. So 1, once again, starting from the center, going to the left. 1, then 2. This one right here. Alright, this one right here, class. Once again, class, we do have 2 focus and we call that one foci. Simply estimate, class. Alright, so you already have your focus. Once again, this will be our focus. So the vertices of our focus. So focus, vertices, we don't have enough space. So foci, vertices. So foci, vertices, we have this one right here, class. This is 4.24. Okay, x is 4.24. 4.24, comma, our x is 4.24, our y is negative 3. Alright, and this one, the other one, we have, the other one, this is 0.24. Okay, 0, then 0.24. So 0.24, comma, then our y is negative 3. Negative, this is negative 0.24 class. I'm so sorry. Negative 0.24. And then negative 3. So that would be the vertices of your focus class. Once again, you can use the formula class. This is the formula to get the foci vertices. H, positive, negative c, comma k. Because for me class, I rather check on the based on the graph class rather than using this equation. But if you're confused class, you can use this equation. Let's check class once again using this equation. So our h, that's positive 2. And then plus minus c, let's start with plus. Plus our c is 2.24. And then our k is negative 3. So 2 plus 2.24, that would be 4.24, comma, then negative 3. You will have the same answer class. Alright, so let's have the negative class. A while ago, we have h, positive c, comma, k. Let's have h minus c, comma, k. So h minus c, comma, k. So let's check class if we have the same answer. So our h is 2. So 2 minus our c is 2.24 minus 2.24, comma, k. 2 minus 2.24, that would be negative 0.24, comma, then our k is negative 3. You will have the same answer class. So once again class, it's up to you class. Which do you prefer? You can have this equation, or you can just simply base on this given graph class. For me class, I will just base on the graph. But once again class, it's up to you class. Which do you prefer? Alright, so next step class is we need to find the length of the latus rectum for us to graph this one class. So to find the length of the latus rectum, so LR formula, to find the length, that would be 2b squared over a. So copy 2, and our b is 2. So 2 times 2, then squared, over our a is 3. So once again class, our b is 2, and our a is 3. So 2 times quantity b squared, over a. Our a is 3. So once again class, you always follow PEMDAS. You simplify this one first. 2 squared. So copy 2. Simplify this one first. Parentheses exponents. You always follow PEMDAS. So copy 2. Then this is 2 squared. It means 2 times 2. That is 4 over 3. So 2 times 4. That is 8 over 3. 8 divided by 3. So you can use your calculator class. Alright. So 8 divide 3. We will get 2.66. Now, you need to divide this one class into 2 equal parts. Once again, class, divide this one into 2 equal parts because starting from the focus, you move half units going upwards and then half units going downward. Once again, class, latus rectum is a line that will pass through the focus. If this is your focus, class, therefore, your latus rectum will be this one. Okay? It is a line that will pass through the focus. Question, sir, why do we need to divide this one into 2 equal parts? We need to divide this one class because we need to move half units going to this one and then another half units going to the downward. So 2.66, once again class, 2.66 is the total length of the latus rectum, and we need to divide this one by 2 because we need to move half units going to this one for the length and another half units going downward class. So divide by 2. Divide by 2, we will have 1.33. So therefore, when we divide 2.66 by 2, this will be 1.33. 1.33. Alright, so once again class, I hope you understand one class, why do we need to divide this one by 2? Because starting from the focus, we need to move 1.33 units downward, another 1.33 units upward, because the total length, that would be 2.66. Okay, once again class, the total length, that's 2.66 LR, length of the latus rectum. So starting from the focus, we move 1.33 units downward. So 1.33, 1, then 0.33, estimate class. 0.33, this one right here. And upward, 1, then 0.33. This one right here, class. Alright, so 1.33. So move 1.33 units downward and another 1.33 units upward. Alright, and then this one right here, class, also this one. So 1.33 units. So 1, then 0.33. Okay, estimate, class. Okay, estimate this one right here. And this one, 1.33, 1.33. 33. This one right here, class. Simply estimate, class. Alright, so this will be our LR length. Now, once you have the length of the latus rectum, class, you can now simply graph this one, class. You can connect this one, class. Alright, connect this one. And this will be our ellipse, class. I'm sure, class, if you have your graphing paper, this will be a perfect ellipse, class. But we don't have the graphing paper, class. So we don't have the perfect ellipse. Alright, you do it step by step, class. That's it, class. This will be our ellipse, class. So these are the vertices for the latus rectum. So once again, we can find the vertices manually. So let's find it manually, and then later on, class, we will use the equation. Alright, so last one, class, we need to find the latus rectum vertices, and we're all set. So let's start with this given point. So LR vertices. So once again, our X is negative 0.24. This one right here, class. Negative 0.24. And our Y, so once again, this is 1.33 a while ago, starting from the focus. 0.33 here. Okay, so therefore, this will be negative 1.67. Because negative 1.67 plus negative 0.33, this will be negative 2, right? 0, carry 1, 7 plus 3 is 10, carry 1, 10, carry 1, that is 2. Negative 2. So therefore, our Y, this will be negative 1.67. Negative 1.67. Alright, and this one right here, class. So we have negative 0.24. And our Y, so our Y, once again, 4. Then we move 1.33 units. This will be 4.33. Negative 4.33. Alright, so this one right here, class, we have our X. That's 4.24. Okay, aligned with our focus, 4.24. Once again, 4.24. So 4.24 positive, comma. Then our Y, that's negative 1.67. Same with this one, class, negative 1.67. And then last one, we have our X, same, 4.24 positive. Then our Y, that's negative 4.33. That's it, class. You're all set, class. Alright, so once again, class, if you're confused finding the latus rectum vertices based on this given graph, you can use this equation, class. So we have open parentheses, H, positive negative C, comma K, positive negative B squared over A. So let's start finding. Let's check if we get the same answer for the vertices. Our H is 2. So 2, then let's start with positive C. Our C is 2.24 plus 2.24, comma, our K is negative 3. And this one, class, B squared over A. So once again, B squared over A is half the length of the latus rectum. Once again, our whole length, that's 2.66. Half the length, that would be 1.33. So therefore, we start at positive plus 1.33. Once again, class, B squared over A, half the length of the latus rectum. So add this one. This is 4.24. Comma, once again, negative 3, positive 1.33. If the signs are not the same, you subtract and then copy the sign of the larger number. So our answer, class, will be negative. So once again, negative 3, positive 1.33. We need to subtract unlike signs. So 3 minus 1.33, you will have negative 1.67. 3 is greater than 1.33. Copy the sign. Negative 1.67. Yep. We have 4.24, then negative 1.67. Alright, so let's try negative for C. So we have, once again, we get the answer, class. Check for this one. We have the first answer. Yep, same answer. So let's try, how about, let's have positive, then this one is negative. So let's try that. So this is 2, then positive 2.24. Minus 3 for K, and then minus 1.33. So once again, class, let's try positive C and then negative for B squared over A. So this will be 2 plus 2.24. This will be 4.24. and then comma. Once again, if you both have negative, simply copy negative sign, then you add the number. This will be 4.33. Check. Same answer, class. Alright, so let's have negative c. Alright, so let's try, class, negative c. A while ago, we're done with positive c. So let's have negative c, class. So this is, once again, our h is 2. Then negative, our c is 2.24. 2.24, comma, our k is negative 3. Negative 3. Plus, let's start with plus. Our b squared is 1.33. Alright, so 2 minus 2.24, this will be 0.24, comma, so negative 3 plus 1.33, this will be negative 1.67. Check. Yep, we have this LR points. Alright, so last one, class. Let's have 2. Then we have minus 2.24, comma, so we have negative 3. A while ago, we start with plus, with b squared minus a. Let's have negative b squared over a. So there will be negative 1.33. Alright, so 2 minus 2.24, this will be 0.24. Okay, negative 0.24, comma, both negative, simply copy negative sign, then you add 4.33. Yep, check. That's it, class. That's how you use the equation, class. So quite complicated for the equation. So if you master it, class, do it manually. You can do it manually, class, based on this given graph. Alright, so that's it, class. All set for number 1. So I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.